Hey everyone, just a bit of a speed update on close. So we have built a ton of liquidity both up and down on Bitcoin. So 120s all the way down to 108. Sol is building good liquidity up to 216 and all the way down to 172. And it's really starting to tighten up around the current price, so sort of around 208 down to 200. It was all starting to really pile in. Then, as far as how things closed, we shifted the strength trend to the top side. We closed underneath the rejection level, so there, and it looks like we're heading back up to that trend now. So we could see a rejection off that trend. Maybe a sweep to grab liquidity, then a rejection within the sort of the next 24 hours, but it's definitely moved into a place that could reject quite easy. The the risk assets they closed inside the old historic daily range, which is just off to the side here, just off to the bottom of that wick there. So that's at about 64.14. They closed back up inside that range. So even though they've hit it, they didn't close under it. And we've now done a hard close in distribution under these ranges. So 65.01, 65.32, it'd be realistic to expect some kind of retracement up to that, which would also be like a retest of that trend. So if safety assets go up and if strength goes down, SOL goes down as far as price goes. So Bitcoin, so it has not, still hasn't touched its trend on the top side or the bottom side, or its hold level. So it is just purely inducing people into positions. But if this goes up and does a bit of a pump, more longs will come in. They'll be thinking this is awesome, and it's probably going to hit these resistance levels and come back down. So that looks very trappy. The 5-day closed under the range trend, so the new candle is open. So that means it's basically got 5 days. It could dump first, then pump back up, or it could go up, hit one of these rejection levels, like basically anything from the trend around 116 right through to what is now an origin level. So this break level up here, because it's had distribution after it, it's now an origin level. So anything up to 119.8 even, and maybe even a push through that, because this trend is also a break of this longer term standard trend. So it could retest that, then dump. Plus, it has now created that trend. So you could see 112s or a dive of 112s back into play. It'll pull back up above the trend within 5 days, then continue up to test these levels, or it could go up first and then down. But one way or another, there is definitely a move that is getting structurally planned for in here. And 47 days on the wrong side of trend. So, yep, all the levels are there. So that's same thing. It's got to go up first or down first, but there's going to be something between these levels. So opened on the wrong side of the range trend from looks of that. Let's see, it'll open. Oops. Oh. Yep. Yeah, it opened on the wrong side of the range trend. It's pumped straight up into it, and it appears to be rejecting on the lower time frame from the range trend. So opened in this candle, went straight up into resistance and started to reject. So again, it's got a day. It can come up. It has relocated the trend that was back here, has now relocated up there. So that's kind of about 208. You've got that break level up there at 210. You've got those 3-week levels, etc., not marked on this chart that are up around 213. It could go and sweep in near that liquidity and come back down in the next 24 hours. So levels to the downside would be retesting of the trends, which could take it back to anything from basically 200, 195, 194, or down into the hold levels, 191, 187. So yeah, that's looking like it is set up to get a move. So we're going to maybe build a little bit more liquidity and then we're going to get some action. The 5-day, so 5-day actually is a bullish close. Like it could come down. It could just hit 201.567 and then take off. That would be extremely bullish. But it's more likely based on the 1-day chart that it retests something down a bit lower and then comes back up. So, in the next few days, you might see this as a big blue candle, and then by the end of the period, it would probably be back up above all these trends again and heading upwards. So, but yeah, it could pump. 47-day, well and truly extended above trend. The hold level is now confirmed at 173.490. The trend has not moved, so getting a pullback towards trend, and maybe the hold level could retest all the way down to the 150s. So yeah, it looks like they seem to be gearing up to do a dump and pump or pump and dump. So whichever way goes first, it's pretty much expected then to head back the other way, or yeah, trade safe. Cheers, bye.